Won by the Phoenix. Mikal Bridges to Jackson. Booker. The drive, right to the basket, right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
To Gordon. Jonathan Isaac cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Booker. Augustine with it up top. He'll run the offense. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Fournier. To Vucevic. It's Ayton with the rebound. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Had a good look there, but it's no good.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
To Aaron Gordon. Fournier. Cleans it up. DeAndre Ayton to Booker. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. Fournier to Gordon. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Josh Jackson to Mikal Bridges. And a throwdown.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. In the front court, it's our score. Good look that time, but off the mark. Augustine with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. No, the Suns come up with the steal. To Mikal Bridges. Slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Fournier in a matchup with Booker. Won't go.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Now a whistle, and Orlando is going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
Take part in a smoke-free environment, so we ask that all smoking take place in the designated areas located outside of the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions.
Number 31, Terrence Ross. Phoenix.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
DJ Augustine trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. To Booker. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Yes, Aaron Gordon. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Booker with it. It's an 8-point lead. Shot from the lane won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
To Aaron Gordon. Rebound for Ayton. He throws it down.
I've been watching this kid since he was 15 years old. T.J. Warren has always been one of those under-the-radar type of guys. Averaged 20 points a game last year, and he made big leaps in scoring year after year after year in his time in the league.
Here comes the screen.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
To Fournier. And a putback slam.
If I'm Aaron Gordon, I'm thinking about how do I change the storyline? Because right now, the only thing that we talk about with A. Gordon was a dunk contest 2 years ago.
To Booker. Look out, Devin Booker. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Augustine with it up top. Trailing by 10. Josh Jackson. Count it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Orlando has it. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Into the front court. It's Booker. Go. Here in the opening quarter. Mikal Bridges. No good. In the front court, it's Augustine. They find themselves down 10. Here comes the screen. Aaron Gordon picked up by Booker. Aaron Gordon stuffs it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Augustine with the basketball. Margins 8 to Fournier. Driving right to the basket. From the painted area, won't go down. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We played one at Talking Stick Resort Arena with the Suns on top. Jay and I return to the Valley of the Sun after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Orlando's ball. To Mo Bamba. Probing the defense. Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
The assist from number 11, Jamal Crawford.
Augustine with it up top. His guys trail by 13. 5 to shoot for Orlando. The drive, right to the basket. Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Crawford. Second effort, kicks it outside. To Crawford. Oh, had him going there for a second. 24-second violation. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Into the game for Phoenix, number 25.
Augustine up against Holmes. To Mo Bamba. Isaac. The Magic with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Crawford's shot off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Driving right to the basket. That pass stolen by Orlando.
Left.
Isaac. Beyond the arc for 3 and drains it.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Changes coming from both sides right now. Now a steal as the Magic have it. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Look out, Devin Booker. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Isaac. That ball's out of bounds. Last touch by a Magic. Mikal Bridges to Booker.
Shooter.
Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession now.
Vucevic. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Booker. Devin Booker in his own desert. No one in sight, and he takes advantage.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Magic own the possession. Down low, it's Gordon. Yes, Aaron Gordon. With that, he's 5 for 9.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Won't go.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Devin Booker had made his first couple, but he misses there. Isaac. Add 2 points to the board. Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Oh, yes, me and you, me and you.
And he'll head to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Devin Booker at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, count it. And he makes them both. In the front court, it's Augustine. Right now, down 7. Taken by the Suns. Crawford. Can't connect. It's no good. Augustine with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Another chance. Another follow. Still no good. Booker with it. Lead stands at 7. Off the iron. No good. To Gordon. Over to the right side. Gordon to Mo Bamba.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Into the front court. It's Booker. It's a 9-point lead.
Make the next one. Make the next one.
A lot of contact. No whistle. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Crawford to Booker. Doesn't have the touch. No good. The follow won't go either. Josh Jackson to Booker.
Cut, I got yours.
5 seconds to shoot. Booker. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
The quarter comes to an end. The Suns have the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Suns will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Phoenix Suns. The Magic have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Assists.
The Orlando Magic struggled to play the angles and allowed too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of the situation.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was gold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Orlando ball.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
And counted at the rim.
When you open up a toolbox, you see every tool in the kit, right? Now, whether you can use every tool in the kit, that's another question. That's who Jonathan Isaac is. He's potential wrapped up in a 6'10" frame. He just has to continue to put in the time in the gym and hope he can reap the benefits.
Augustine with it up top. The margin standing now at 7. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
DJ Augustine at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw is good to finish off the 3-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Mikal Bridges to Crawford. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Jonathan Isaac. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Mikal Bridges. Magic in control. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. Crawford. Not that time. He misses.
Okay, baby. You make difference.
In the front court, it's Augustine. His group now down 2. Terrence Ross matched up with Warren. Get the cameras out. Flash on. That's going to be ferocious slam inside. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Augustine with the basketball. Our score all even in this third quarter. Isaac. The drive right to the basket. Short jumper won't go down.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out.
Look out. Josh Jackson slams it down in the follow.
And Ed, now that I'm considered an old guy at 37, I can say this. Nice bounce, young fella.
Jay, youthful exuberance. Hold on to it for dear life. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Mikal Bridges to Jackson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Here's Orlando with the basketball. Turned away by Jackson.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Gets to the basket and scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Augustine with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. Jonathan Isaac picked up by T.J. Warren. To Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon stuffs it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Knocked loose. Mikal Bridges. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. And stuffs it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
2 points. The assist from number 11, Jamal Crawford.
Magic basketball. Isaac. Augustine picked up by Josh Jackson. To Gordon. Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Coach of the Magic will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Main entrances around the arena.
Isaac.
For the Magic, number 10, Evan Fournier.
To Aaron Gordon. Shot from the lane won't go. To Booker. And scores.
Tough shot. And when Devin Booker scores, he scores in bunches. It was only a couple of years ago he had that 70-point game in the Boston Garden. This kid can fill it up when he gets hot.
To Gordon. Nikola Vucevic. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
To Mikal Bridges. Booker shot off the mark. To Aaron Gordon. From the painted area, won't go down. From long range, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force a defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. And scores. Strong take.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
In the front court, it's Augustine. His guys trail by 10. Vucevic to Fournier. Five to shoot for Orlando. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
The shot rejected by Isaac.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Big finish at the rim. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Mikal Bridges to Booker, curling inside. Booker on the drive, but his shot won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Great look and vision. You gotta get that one to go. Fournier. That won't go.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. And he finishes at the rim.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
17-footer at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Suns have the lead. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Here comes the screen. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Augustine, defended by Jackson. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Augustine with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Fournier guarded by Josh Jackson. Down to 5 on the 24. Simmons driving, but a shot no good. To Crawford. Not that time. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And Ed, I'm really eager to see how his game progresses here in year two. The 4th overall pick in the year 2017. And he's all-rookie defensive team, but his offensive game down the stretch was really on point. Averaged 19 points per game after the All-Star break.
Augustine with it up top. They find themselves down 10. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 12, T.J. Warren. Entering the game for the night.
Gordon.
Number 9, Nikola Vucevic.
Fournier knocks down the three.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Trying to cash in. Trevor Ariza has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 72%. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. In the front court, it's Augustine. His guys down by 9. To Gordon. Here comes the screen. Aaron Gordon, defended by Trevor Ariza. To Fournier. Gets a look. Can't hit. That pass stolen by Orlando.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Booker with it. It's an 8-point lead. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Augustine with the basketball. Looking to make something happen to Aaron Gordon. Another chance. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Got a piece.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Time for some new personnel into the game. Josh Jackson to Mikal Bridges. Short jumper off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Augustine with it up top. Margins 8. To Fournier. Josh Jackson has a look. A shot no good there for Booker. Fournier to Mo Bamba. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Fournier. Great feed. Can't connect from inside. Josh Jackson to Mikal Bridges. Curling inside. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Gordon. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 21, Timofey Mozgov.
Gordon. Fournier picked up by Booker.
Screen coming. Watch out. Let them swing.
Shot clock winding down. Fournier cleans it up. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Evan Fournier. So it stays with Phoenix. Mikal Bridges to Jackson. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Magic have it. Vucevic knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. To Jackson. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Aaron Gordon, defended by Jackson. From the outside, no good.
From the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
Runner's good there.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Rejected.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Phoenix, number 12, T.J. Warren. Into the game for the Magic, number 1, Jonathan.
The Magic with 4 to shoot. Jonathan Isaac, it's no good. Shot's not going down. Mikal Bridges. Cashes in for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Orlando has it. To Fournier. Fine to shoot for Orlando. Fournier. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
The assist from number 25.
Vucevic to Aaron Gordon. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Nikola Vucevic trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 72%. Free throws good to cap off the 3-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. To Mikal Bridges. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. It's the Suns with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns got themselves a win here today. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points to the Phoenix Suns. The Magic just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Orlando Magic.
Game drives. Assists.
The Orlando Magic found themselves scrambling around the floor. unsuccessfully trying to prevent the kind of passes that led to quality shots for the opposition. It was a problem throughout the game, no doubt about it. Bridges didn't have much trouble working the defense and setting up his teammates with scoring opportunities.
Player of the game.
Jackson could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Will,